Hey there, my lug nuts, my little lug nuts. How are you doing today? It's another cold day down here on the Gulf Coast. A little bit chilly today, lots of wind, lots of rain, down about 40 degrees again. So, you know, typical, God knows what's going to happen in Texas weather kind of stuff. So today, rather than work on cars, I think I wanted to introduce you to another one of the project cars. Now, this is a project that we picked up in out of a barn, garage, barn find, whatever you want to call it. We picked it up out in Livingston, outside of Houston, and found it on Facebook Marketplace, just poking around as one does while you're drinking your coffee. And found it and said, you know what, let's go take a look at it and see what we got. So what we've got is, we've got a 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe, two-door. Now, this is probably one of the best known collector cars out there. They go all over the place for money. There's a million different variants of them, and this one's a little bit of an odd duck. It's not a Shelby. It's not something custom. It's not limited or anything like that. But I found the car very, very interesting because of the way that it was optioned from the factory. So in 1965, Ford came out with this car, and 64 and a half, if you really want to get particular about it, came out with this car, and it was very, very popular, and today still remains, like I said, one of the most popular cars. So this is a 62,000 mile original mile car. It's an automatic. It is the V8. It's the smaller V8, so it's the two barrel, not the four barrel, not the heavy duty one or anything like that. And we'll go over some of the options on this car, but one of the main reasons I really liked it is because, well, I had a 66 Mustang, was my very first car, and I treated that thing so badly. I feel guilty about it, but it was a good first car, and it's what got me into working on cars because, well, I broke it all the time. And with it being broken, if you want to drive and you're in high school, well, then you got to fix your car. So with that being said, let's take a little tour around this gym and show you what it's all about and why I decided I liked it. All right, now that we're under the hood, we'll take a quick look. This is a V8 car. Like I said, it is a 289. It is a two barrel. Now I have put on this Amazon two barrel carburetor on it for right now. I do have the stock original carburetor. Still, I've got it sitting on the shelf. I will rebuild it when I put this thing back together for good. One of the things that will jump out at you is this is an AC car. This is a factory original air conditioner from Ford back in 1965. The other thing that will jump out at you is the gold paint on this motor. So this is, from my understanding, this is how the motor came from the factory from Ford. We even still have, if you can see here, the 10 tag that identifies the motor on the car. It's not been molested. It's a stock intake. Everything in here, the motor and the transmission, are all stock. Very, very cool, especially for a 62,000 mile car. It's never been gone through. We do have the single pot master cylinder of death. The reason these are so scary is because with a single pot master cylinder, if you lose one wheel cylinder, if you lose a brake line anywhere in the car, you lose brakes all the way around. That's really not good. So I do have a dual pot master cylinder for it. We are going to make it a lot safer. I'm not going to go back all original with this car. I am going to go with a different paint color. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Try to keep it as stock as possible, but also make it more functional and easier to drive down here. Before I got it, somebody's replaced the radiator with an aluminum radiator and electric fan. I do have the original stock radiator. We even have the stock windshield washer fluid bag from Ford on here. So Pretty interesting stuff. Like I said, somebody painted it this Phoenician yellow. The original color of this car was Harvest Gold. We're not going to go back with Harvest Gold. Mama Lugnut wants to paint it red. So that's probably what we're going to do. All right, so as we take a look inside the car, you'll notice that it is, once again, like I said, an automatic car. It does have the factory air conditioning. The car does have all of its trim. Somebody did come in and paint the dash and everything else like that, this brown color. We will go back through that, but it does have all the original seats. It is a little dirty in there. But one of the things that I'd like to point out to you that most people are not going to see, and like I stated earlier, this is a well-optioned car, is this is, and let me move you here real quick so that you can see, this is not only a factory air car, but it's a factory center console car. It's a pony interior car, and you can tell by the horses and the inserts in the seats and everything else like that. We did cover the factory air, but one of the things that really got me on this car is this. You see that little circle right there on that brake pedal? Well, that, my little lug nuts, is a factory disc brake option from 1965. Yes, in 1965, disc brakes were a factory option available. It was probably $150 or $180 or something like that. It was generally reserved for the GT packages and things like that, but you could order a Mustang in any options that you wanted. And apparently somebody special ordered this car with all of these options that you see. And like I said, it just shocked me to see a factory disc brake car. You'll also see the remote mirror adjustment built into the door. And like I said, these are just really, really oddball options that I had not seen on most Mustangs. So we picked it up. Like I said, it's got 61,979 miles on the odometer, and it's pretty much rust free. I got up underneath it. It doesn't have a whole lot of rust in it or anything like that. It's just ugly with an ugly paint job, a very bad paint job. So the idea is we're going to blow this thing apart at some point. We're going to repaint it. I'm going to go through the motor and make sure it all runs. Right now it leaks transmission fluid and everything else under the sun. It's just not ready for prime time. So it sits over here in the side and in the line of cars waiting to be worked on. So, all right, lug nuts, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my 1965 Mustang that Mama Lugnut has so lovingly nicknamed the Pony. Very creative. So, I hope that, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have liked all of the other videos that we've put out. I do want to send a special shout out to everybody out there who has subscribed so far. As of today, we're at 57 subscribers. We have started releasing shorts every day, and there'll be little pieces of videos that we've already filmed and everything else like that, just so you can kind of keep up. I do invite you to like and subscribe. It's kind of cool. I started this as a means to just, document all of my projects and my toys. And if anybody wanted to kind of follow along and watch, then so be it. But I would have never guessed within the first 30 days of opening this channel that I'd have 57 of my lug nuts out there that want to see what stupid stuff I'm doing in my shop is. So thank you guys. And like I said, like and subscribe. We are working on some t-shirts and stuff like that. So if you want to support the channel, you'll be able to buy some t-shirts soon. But you don't have to. Like I said, it's just fun stuff to have around. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off for today. And as always, my little lug nuts, I need you to keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. Thanks for watching.